The Manuscript of Survival, Part 386. January 14, 2014. As you have perhaps already noticed, the ebb and flow of these brand new energies works in very different ways than before, and rightly so. For you have not only reached a brand new plateau in this ongoing process of reconnecting and remembering the different aspects that compose the true you, you have also managed to wrestle yourself away from the influence of the old and outdated modes and frequencies. Let us explain. As many of you are already aware of, this process entails an ever-changing sequence of frequencies being beamed into your body through different means, and as we have told you before, this must be done in increments, in order to accommodate your physical vehicle. For without the assistance of this much maligned physical vehicle, you would not even be able to be here in the first place, going through this monumental change. And when we say much maligned, it is because mankind tend to look upon this ingenious construction of flesh as nothing more than variation of more or less unintelligent tissue that is prone to slip up in all sorts of ways by falling prey to any and all illnesses and outside influences. Well, this oft-criticized contraption is in fact far more complex and indeed intelligent than a human mind is, and as such, you are actually inhabiting something that up until now has far surpassed your abilities to communicate and to complete complex and intricate operations. For this is not simply a lump of flesh that you are encumbered with, this is in matter of fact a highly evolved biological vehicle that is perfectly adapted to a life on this planet. It may not seem like it is, as it in the current conditions seems to be nothing more than a fragile shell, destined to fall apart and cease to function sooner rather than later, but again, that is simply because you have not been able to access the enormous array of intelligence and capacity to evolve that this seemingly frail body actually carries within. But now, through this long and at times tedious process of upgrading you and most of all, this physical vehicle of yours, through countless injections of energetic information and sustenance, you are now on the threshold of truly discovering just what a treasure it is you have been given. For this lump of flesh, as many like to look upon it as, is nothing like that at all. It is in fact a highly evolved, highly complicated and first of all, a highly intelligent creation that will be with you for the remainder of the sojourn on this planet. And, as we have told you before, it will be your most precious ally, your constant companion, your tireless co-worker, and the one that will enable you to truly work miracles while you still walk upon this earth. For remember, without this body, you would simply be a thought, a non-manifested being, incapable of carrying out the monumental changes you have come here to carry forth. For you are not the you are supposed to be at the stage of your evolution if you were bereft of that outer layer of you, that physical vehicle that stands between you and everything else at the moment. But it is not standing in your way, it is there so that you can access everything that exists on this planet. For everything else, you are fully capable of accessing yourself, through that vast and all-encompassing parts of you that is you in all of your other aspects, except that physical, human part of you where you are currently inhabiting. But again, you are all not yet fully reunited with the full knowledge of your true scope, so we do understand that this will be uppermost on your mind at times like these, but we do want you to remember that the very fact that you are within this self-same physical body, is the one defining factor to us at the moment. For if you were not encapsulated within that body, you would not be this all-important go-between for what lies behind the veil and what exists literally on the ground, and as such, we want you to take note of what is going on within you at the moment. When we say go within, we often refer to the fact that you are already carrying with you every single piece of knowledge, and every single attribute and ability you will ever need to exist here on this planet, and anywhere else in all of creation. But this time, when we ask you to go within, we ask you to connect truly and deeply with that fleshy container, the one that acts as your arms and your legs, your ears and your eyes, your mouth and your very ability to be one amongst millions of others like you. For this physical manifestation, this wondrous being is yours, in all sense and purposes, for as long as you need it. And it will do everything for you, but you must also reconnect with this, just as you are doing with all of those other aspects of yourself that are residing on so many other levels. For this physical body is not you, but it is there for you, to be utilized at the best of its abilities. So love it, and talk to it, and listen to it and connect with it, for it is indeed waiting for you to reach out to it in a very new way. And just like you, it is brand new, for it has been through the ringer, literally, in order for it to be rid of all of the old and inhibiting programming it has been subjected to earlier, and in order for it to become fully functional once again. But it needs you to complete this process, by acknowledging its very existence, and by acknowledging its importance, to you, and to this process of reinventing not only yourself, but this whole world into something that far surpasses and outlasts the old and outdated modes of everything. For just as you have outgrown those old and ill-fitting shoes of yesteryear, your body has outgrown that old and outmoded way of being an extremely vulnerable and limited biological specimen, for now, it stands ready to aid and assist you to the fullest of its potential, and it is a grand one indeed. For now, you have both stepped away from the old and into the new, but as yet, you have not been able to tap fully into that new and exciting potential of that energetic sustenance that surrounds you on all sides. For you will only be able to do that if you manage to reunite yourself with that brand new version of that same old body of yours, except now, it is not old and tired, it is up and running afresh, ready to take you on a long and exciting and prolific journey into that brand new today, and all of the wondrous tomorrows that awaits you. So go within, and look and listen and answer back when you are called to do so. It will do the both of you a world of good, and it will help to cement a friendship and a collaboration the likes have never before been seen, not on these shores, nor anywhere else. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com